All right, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. We have Prospect League. Yes, more Prospect League tonight. We have, I believe, three. Where's my cheat sheet slash sticky note? Yeah, we got three games that we're gonna watch tonight as we're getting closer to the nitty gritty, or in my case, what is about to be a chaotic week from now until I believe Saturday, next week Saturday. But without further ado, we're gonna roll right into it. It is a holiday weekend. If there's any basketball fans out there, there's also a basketball game tonight. So we're gonna push our way through this. But like I said, we got three games that we're gonna watch out of the 6 days. I don't know when we'll probably have real time sim between now and our next Prospect League stream, which will be Monday. At a time to be determined because I might be doing a doubleheader on Memorial Day, a doubleheader of PBE action. But future that well, I'll get that figured out by tomorrow. Um, we have two quick sim days before we get into our first streamed game of the night. So let's go right on into it. I'll go left to right. North and the East, and the North win 8-3. Wow, did I see that right? Jose has. Oh my. Jose be doing things. Sorry, distracted myself. Um, for the North, Missy Morning 2 for 5 with an RBI, 2 runs scored. And then for the East, some dude named Took, who apparently doesn't like eggnog, 1 for 5. Kawasaki 2 for 5 RBI and a run scored. Kupu 1 for 3 with a walk. EVC 1 for 2, 2 walks, 2 runs scored. And then for the pitching, Murphy wins in relief. Corrigan will take the loss. Trav McCovey will be your player of the game. West and the South. South winning 7-4, and all 7 of those runs came in the second inning. For the West, left 2 for 4 with a walk and a run. Um, ooh, Miza? I apologize if I mispronounce that. 1 for 4. Kingslayer 2 for 4. Killian 2 for 4. And then on the South, Crichton 2 for 4 with a run. Bates with an RBI and a run. Lopez with 2 walks and a run scored. Hamilton will take the win. McDougal the loss. Wrecked the save. Keith Hamilton, your player of the game. No, Misty Morning. I don't know. I don't know what you're referring to, Martin. But Misty Morning is still around. That's Rockford's player. And they've been around in the rookie server. You might be getting the mix up with someone else. Sorry, I thought I was getting pinged. Um, Continuing on, West and the South, and it's going to be the South winning 8-3. Yeah, you might be thinking of someone else. For the West, left 2 for 4 with a run scored. Miza 1 for 3 with a walk. Killian 1 for 3 with a run scored. On the South, Bates 1 for 3, 2 runs scored and a walk. Same for Lopez, but out on an RBI. Blue with the win. Smith lost. Lillian Blue is your player of the game. North and the East, and we got a walk off. I mean, it could be less and it could be less anticlimactic. Walk off sack fly for Fillmore Wilkins. For the North, Kirkland 2 for 3 with a walk, RBI, and a run scored. On the East, Koopa with a walk and a run. Kawasaki 1 for 4 with a solo home run. EVC going 2 for 4. Knuckle Puck will take the win. Duggar the blown save loss. Barry Balls, your player of the game in a game. Okay. I think it's blocked in the bottom because of the overlay, but this is the second game already on this stream where the time of game was exactly 3 hours. Oh man, if only this was A stream game and B that prediction got put up. For those who don't know, it's kind of a little inside joke for me. Sometimes we'll have a prediction where it'll be like over under time of game and they'll pick like 3 hours. But since it could be exactly 3 hours, you have to have a third option of like exactly 3 hours. And I'm always the one that picks exactly. One of these days I'll hit it. one, one just one of these days it'll actually happen. You will have to talk to my boss. Unfortunately, I'm not the boss for this. My boss is actually we're gonna watch the game in which my boss is playing. Our first stream game of the night, North and the East. I know it's blocked in the bottom. The anthropomorphic horse that we know otherwise is Agnes Digital, who's aka my boss, pitching for the North, and Zaxby Chan for the East. You sure about that? Am I getting pranked? I don't recall ordering 40 tons. I mean, okay, so my first question is how many pitching machines are a ton? Like, are we talking 10, 20, 67, 627, 6 or 7, 6.7? I think I got enough 6 sevens out there. Watch, we're gonna run into a score. We're gonna run into a game where the score is 6-7, as fate would put it. See, that was a good one. I didn't get that one. That's a good one. I still haven't been told how many. Oh wait, 484 pitching machines total, or in a ton? Because I highly doubt a pitching machine weighs 2 pounds. It's the god of hummus. Hummus, I'm gonna put you on the spot. I got two questions. I'll go in order of importance. Do we have a spot for 484 pitching machines? That's my first question. And also, I saw you made the bracket for the tahini. When's the tahini? I'm asking for my own good. this Tuesday or spring week or spring training week Tuesday? I realize I worded that last question kind of poorly. Well, you heard it here first. You heard it here first. Tahini on this coming Tuesday. No, because since Monday is a Memorial Day, I'm gonna do WBC round robin on most likely Monday. I took a poll, and so the winner of the poll was I don't care, but between yes and no, yes won, like 8-1, which means I'm doing double duty on Monday. Uh, so I'm not sure if I'm going to do Prospect League first on Monday or if I'm going to do WBC first on Monday. Or I could just, you know what I could do? I could just combine them. But I don't know how I feel about that part though. Maybe give myself a break. I got I got a couple days to think on it. But so there you go. We're gonna have literally all every day next week, except for this coming Sunday, of course. But Monday WBC and Prospect. Usually I mention this at the end, but we're just gonna do it now. We're gonna just do it backwards. Monday Prospect League and WBC round robin. Tuesday's Tahini. Wednesday we have more Prospect League. Um, Thursday is the Major League draft. Friday is our rookie showcase. So 1 week from today, our Prospect League playoffs rookie showcase. Um, Now we do also have two other WBC streams that I need to figure out where to squeeze them in. And now that I'm thinking out loud, I'm going to be doing double duty. I'm going to be doing double streams at least 2 days next week. What I'm gonna look into is possibly doing WBC final on Saturday, not tomorrow Saturday, the following Saturday. Because I'm not doing the minor league draft, which is the day that you all are looking forward to if you're in Prospect League. That's when you'll find out what your minor league teams are going to be. Um, Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna click start. I was gonna do play by play on this one, but I could do play by play on another game, or we do a little hybrid. Um, but yeah, and then not this coming Sunday, but the following Sunday is going to be awards, and then all of a sudden we're in spring training weeks. The week after that, so lots and lots and lots and lots of PBE action. And we still got a lot of action, including tomorrow, which I don't have the times in front of me, nor do I have the matchups. But we have World Series Saturday tomorrow, Minor League World Series in the morning/afternoon, and then the Major League World Series for the nightcap. I'm not even going to bother to try to remember who the what the matchups are tomorrow. I think the Dillos are one of the two teams in the minor league. Somebody's going to beat me to it. Somebody's going to be a nice individual, and give the dumb streamer a little bit of a assist, or I could just pull up Discord on my phone because I never have Discord open on my PC when I am actually streaming. Just because my PC tends to want to be weird. The Bears, Dillos and the Bears. Thank you, Rob. Even though Rob's been attacking me all day today. Oh, Martin, wait till you get like double that amount hitting up your DMs. You know what? We may just make this a just chatting version of Prospect League, which I'm not against. I'm not against the idea. For those who don't know, we I do Prospect League streams a heck of a lot. Well, not a lot, but Prospect. I pride myself on making Prospect League streams different than the main league streams. We like to keep it very casual around here, which is a good thing and a bad thing both at the same time. But I always encourage people, if they're, unless you're like Max and you're trying to shove 484 pitching machines on me, we welcome all questions, except for ones that might get me in trouble, such as, leaks. Possibly. I can't go too deep into that because I'm still technically a major league GM, so I can't really, I don't want to leak things. I don't want to leak. Big no no. I've made it. I made it what 3 years without a penalty of any sort. I mean, Anchorage has been out of the playoffs for a while, Rob. Why are you selling the wheelies short? What did the wheelies ever do to you? I just wish I do wish the Swifties made it. I don't know what the standings were. I don't know how close they were. I This is not a leak because it was posted in the rookie Discord, but Swifties have the number one um pick in the draft. So they did a Red Sox, right? I mean, a lot of teams have had no, no, they did a Mets. Oh, the Mets. The one team that I just love to dog on and say not nice things about. What was their record after the All Star break? Because I'm pretty sure it shows that on the index, doesn't it? Like post. All-Star break. I was gonna say something about the Hep Kitties, but I'm pretty sure it's not public yet. So I don't want to get as much as I love Parkwad. I don't need to piss him off by me saying things I shouldn't be saying. Wow. I've been busy with a lot of different things, so I haven't, and also I'm not in the playoffs, so I have not watched any playoff baseball for PBE, especially with everything going on with like WBC and um, other changes that are going to be happening. Which, by the way, that actually reminds me, one other piece of housekeeping I forgot to mention. So there was a change with the flamethrower arc for relief pitchers. There's one user relief pitcher that falls within that, and I believe that has not been changed yet because I believe we were waiting on that one player. But for our NPCs, our legacy players, aka all the players with the asterisk next to them, for those relief pitchers, we did go in and update those arcs to match with the changes that are happening. So Rob, what other shenanigans are you going to try to get me into? You've been calling me out all day, so it's my turn to call you out. Was that a draft that just happened like 8 weeks ago, or was that the one that? I'm trying to remember which draft that was. This is also the bad thing about doing prospect league. There's like three different season numbers I have to think about. The current season, the season of everybody in prospect league, and then also the season in which players are in the major league draft. So like three different season numbers, which always throws me off till no end. Oh, you're gonna make me do math. Yeah, I was told there'd be no math, Rob. So now you're gonna make me. Can you add that together? Can I know it does not equal 6 7. That's about all I know. Actually, shouldn't you know these things off the top of your head? You're the minor league beat reporter. 19 and 32. Does it not say it in the index? I could have swore in the index. Now you're gonna make me go look. Because I'm like 99% positive. If you go to the index, you click on the team on the right hand side. Okay, maybe not. Weird. I know in OOTP itself, like if you go to a team and you go to info, I'm like pretty positive it shows you record. Or no, in the standings. I don't know if it's for the index though, but I don't know OTP. If you go to the standings, it'll tell you post All Star break, which for the index doesn't show you that. I think it's yeah there you go. Thank you. It was the expanded standings. Well, Rob, what if I wanted you to pull up your PC and boot up OTP 26 and go download the sim file and go look? Make you do work. Well, wait a minute. Before I say this out loud, is Punk here? Dang it, Punk's not here. No, I was gonna say you can get is Dame in the chat? No, I don't see his name on the list. Well, as the vice assistant to the vice um streamer head. So I'm like 20th on the totem pole. Um per my not given to bestowed upon duties as the 20th person on the organizational chart, um you may get stat team pay. And before you ask, I have no idea what the stat team gets paid. This is why I wish Punk was here, because Punk would know. He's the head of the stats team. That's why he makes me look smart and why I look like a doofus right now. Or any one of Enoch's multis could possibly help out. Excuse me, I don't need you. You don't need to be flexing your bank account. Rob, there's poor users out there who could use some money, and you're over here flaunting it. How rude. That's like a third of what I have. And to be completely honest, I would actually have over 1 billion if I actually paid myself for Prospect League streams. I can't even tell you the last time that I paid myself for a Prospect League stream. Because for those who don't know, for streamers, we quote unquote we pay ourselves ish. It changed once the portal came into play. Changed up the process a little bit, so I have to put my name on a sheet, and that's how I get paid. But it's been at least 15 seasons, I think, since I've paid myself. Ah, yes. We that was last season, if I recall. Where we had the no, not last. I'm sorry, not last season. The season before that with Tiden. They were all Bluey characters from Bluey. Well, see, Rob, if only I had Sundays available, and if only more people fully participated in marbles. Marbles quickly turn into I'm gonna just pop in for 10 seconds, do this real quick, and pop out, which it was almost like an activity check at that point. I was like, yeah, no, I don't think that's gonna be. But mostly because I could not. I had to give up my Sundays, so I'm doing other things on Sundays now. Um, was most of that marble money, Rob, or well, I'd imagine for you it's a mix of marble money and media money. What I would like to have happen is for the bank, the money in our accounts to be across all the leagues. Like use my PB bank account and SHL and ISFL, and it's never ever gonna happen, but it'd be awfully nice. Be awfully nice. I have heard rumblings. I don't know like what their process is, but I have heard rumblings of. I'm not even gonna name the league because I don't even know if I'm supposed to say this out loud. There is one of our affiliate leagues that's thinking about like if you have a PT pass in one league, you can use it in their league. Um, so like I have a PT. I'm one of the few that has a PT pass for PBE, so I could use that PT pass in this other league. Like it would count. And I sure hope that league does that because man, I'd be well. Actually, you know what? I take that back. That wouldn't help me because I'm in. I use I see the good thing about ISFL and SHL. Like I can pick and choose which PT I want to do. Like whichever one is better or that I can write more for, and then the other one just becomes the affiliate. But if I do a P, if I get PT pass in two of the three, then there's one that I'm definitely gonna have to do them all for. Um, the horse did not get a quality start, but they got the win. Digital with the win, Chan the loss, Jimbo the save, Agnes Digital your player of the game. We have one quick sim day, I believe, in between, just because of the we're having off day. Yeah. Okay. West and the South. South winning 8-2. For the West, Kingslayer 2 for 3 with a run scored. On the South, um, Bates 1 for 4 with an RBI and a run. Lopez 2 for 4, 2 RBIs, 2 runs. Kirkland will take the win. Rocker the loss. Derek Kirkland, your player of the game. Off day. And then next one we're going to be doing is North and the West. So we're just going to, actually, before I even get into that, we'll quick sim this one so we can at least, wow, 3 hitter. Combined 3 hitter. But East winning 8-0 over the South. Took 3 for 5 with 2 runs scored. Kawasaki 2 for 4 with a walk and a run. Kupu with a run scored. EVC 1 for 4 with an RBI. And then for the South, 3 hits. At least one of our prospects got a hit. Lopez 1 for 2. Peregrino will take the win. Infinity loss. And Josh Jackson is your player of the game. And now we will go ahead and almost accidentally quick sim that. This one was gonna be Ask the Booth anyway. I'm just gonna put up the Ask the Booth thing. We're just gonna do Ask the Booth the whole dang stream. Ask the Booth. Feel free to ask whatever questions you like as long as they don't get me in trouble. How would you abuse it, Rob? How would you abuse it? It's not like it's anything. Oh, you know what I just read? This is the first time we're actually watching a North home game, if I'm not mistaken, on the stream because we're in Philly. Because I chose the stadiums this time around. uh, well, Martin, I can actually technically kind of answer that question because it's public knowledge on who is in the draft pool. Um, I know there's one other league, I want to say it's SHL, where not everybody gets drafted. PBE, everybody will get drafted. There'll be nobody who doesn't get drafted. Um, I don't have the sheet in front of me, and if I open it up on my phone, I'm gonna lose my dang mind. Um, I want to say there's more pitchers than batters in the pool. But I could be wrong on that. It would also require me to count a lot. So offhand, I don't know, but it is something that would be considered public knowledge, or in other words, not a leak. Um, I'm gonna attempt to. Well, actually, you know what? I know where I can go look. Now, I'm not gonna count. I'm just gonna kind of scroll. A little eye test. Actually, you know what? There might be slightly more batters than pitchers in the pool. Yeah, there might be slightly more batters. I think I scared Rob away. Either I scared Rob away or he doesn't want to give his secrets. You got any more questions for me, Martin? I want is you know, you could try to bust my brain. And no, I'm not being sarcastic. I'm not being sarcastic. I like it when I like it when people ask questions. Yes. So, trying to think of the best way to explain this. Basically, when it comes to PBE, try trying to find the words to. I don't want to confuse people. Um, but a lot of teams will take like this because we have a soft salary cap and a hard salary cap. So you absolutely cannot go over the hard salary cap. You can go over the soft cap, which I believe is like 122. Um, Now there's levels. So after so much, so like the moment you go over the soft cap, you lose a I believe it's a second or a third, um, and then it escalates. So I got up to the hard cap one time as a GM. It was one of those like, you know what, we're just gonna throw it all out there. We're just gonna go for it. Even though that meant we lost a first and a second. We were one of like well that season I think no that season we weren't the only one. I want to say Detroit was the other, but like it's very rare that a GM would go that far because you know first round picks are very important. Like does not matter. Like you really should be able to have your first. But a lot of teams will take the second round cap penalty, especially because in the second round, you also have GM picks. So for those who don't know, um, if a GM is in the draft pool, which is going to happen not only for Thursday, the Major League draft, but Saturday for the minor league draft, because we have two. I know we got at least one minor league GM in the draft, and that would be Dame, aka the anthropomorphic horse, aka my boss. Um, I don't recall if there's another minor league GM in the draft in our prospect league this season, but GMs are an automatic. You got to use your second round pick for them. Now, if you do not have a second round pick, then you have to use a first. And if you don't have a first, then you use them for a third, and I think it rolls over, and you have to take the penalty. Rob, you're back. Rob, did you choose not to answer my question? Also, I don't think you could use as a name. You might run into the character limit. Ah, well, now that that has happened, my question was, how could the money, how could that whole thing be abused? Like, how would you abuse it? Like what could go wrong? That was my that was my question that you missed out on. If it's a draft I'm thinking of, Martin, that might have been me. There was one draft I did a lot of trades with Buffalo where but I think it was the other way around. I think we sent them cap for their picks. There was one season where I did it with them twice in the same draft, and I don't know if that's the draft that you're referring to. Is that what happened? That was before Otage, right? Because I was gonna say I'm pretty sure Enoch had like one player that did not stick around very long. And I was very confused. I was like, what the heck? Was that the player before, right before Otage? Oh, right after. I'm trying to remember who that was or what they're. That's right. Thank you. That's right. That's right. uh, I wonder how Chicago's GMs felt about all that. Trying to think who the GMs were that season. I think that was still Benny and Toast, wasn't it? That one season, which I feel like Enoch is very smart and very respectful enough to like give people a heads up on that during scouting. I don't think Enoch would just do that and not say it to anyone. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, if he went very late, I don't remember that draft, 'cause especially since I'm not a minor league GM anymore, so I don't really need to think about the minor league draft in that sense. Um, but if he went very late, then yeah, that means he probably told everybody. He's like, yeah, you're gonna get a rental. Now, did he? So I don't know if you know this or not, Rob. Did the way he retired? Did he retire to where? Well, actually, no. I think you already answered that question because you only said played one season. So he didn't retire late enough to at least let him have a corpse season, from what it sounds like. Which that's odd. I don't know why he would have. Well, actually, if there was a corpse, you know what? Now that I think about it, if there would have been a corpse season, they would have had to draft the corpse. That's okay. That's probably why he had to do it that way. I guess my thought to that would be, but they could do it the other way around too, though. Like in your example, like what prevents it from happening the other way around? Like a long time SHL user joins PBE and it's the same thing. Or maybe let them have a part. This probably make it more complicated, but like an exchange rate, like, hey, I got 100 million in PBE monies, and like convert it to like SHL money or ISFL, and maybe it's like a percentage. Like, yeah, you can do that, but you only get like half of it. But on the flip side, oh man, that'd be so hard. Part of me feels like that'd be difficult to like. I mean, you could call it penalty. That seems harsh though. Call it conversion rate. That might be a little bit more, friendly. I mean, it's the same thing, but friendlier terms. But I'd imagine keeping track. First of all, who would keep track of that? Secondly, like how would that be monitored? Like there's a lot of logistics that I could see being an issue with that. Now, you know what would be really cool? This is never going to happen, and if it does, I mean, it would take forever and a half, and you know, I feel like people would need to be paid real life money to do it. But imagine if, because now with us having a portal, um, and I don't know if VHL has a portal. I know they're an affiliate, and I'm pretty sure SSL does not have a portal. I don't know if Poppy's here watching. That's usually who I talk to for SSL stuff. Um, but between SHL, ISFL, and us, PBE, we all have a portal now. Imagine if there was just one portal for all three. Just consolidate them all into one portal. It would never happen. It probably doesn't make any sense for that to happen. But, you know, something to think on. Even though I love our portal as is, and Seattle, we drafted the portal god himself in Emidas. So I don't need to piss him off with my crazy suggestions. Ritter will take the win. Rich the loss. Duggar the save. Aaron Ritter is your player of the game. I believe we have quick sim day. Yeah, this will be a quick sim day, and then we'll have one more game on stream. East and the South. East winning 3-2. Took 3 for 5 with an RBI and a run. Kawasaki 2 for 5 with a run and an RBI. Kupu 2 for 4 with an RBI. EVC 1 for 4. On the South, Crichton 2 for 3 with a walk. Bates with a walk and a run. Lopez 3 for 4. Corrigan with the win. Hamilton the loss. Weiser the save. David Corrigan, player of the game. West and the North. North winning 5-2. For the West, Killian with a walk and a run. Outside of that, not much. In fact, there was only 2 hits. Wow, 2 runs, 2 hits, 2 errors for the West. Total as a team. On the North, Morning 1 for 4 with 3 RBIs and a run. Kirkland 3 for 4 with an RBI and a run. Boykins with the win. McDougal loss. Duggar the save. Jorbel Boykins, player of the game. Let's see. What game are we watching? East and South. So we'll go ahead and quick sim West and North. And oh man, imagine if we watch this one. 12 innings, and it was 6 runs in the top of the 12th to get the win for the West. On the West, walk and a run for left. Misa 1 for 6 with an RBI and a run scored. Kingslayer 3 for 6 with an RBI and a run. And then Killian 1 for 4 with a run scored. On the North, Morning 3 for 5 with an RBI. Kirkland 1 for 5 with an RBI. And Honcho 1 for 5 with a run scored. Beware Strikes with the win. Skinstar McKinley with the loss. Billy Bob Thornton Jr., player of the game in a game that took 4 hours and 15 minutes. Final game of the night on the final day of the night. East and the South. Get that one rolling. No, we don't need HOs making other HOs mad. Don't think that's a good idea. Also, I wish Hummus was still here. He said he had to go take a call, and I thought he was just gonna be in and out because I mean, Marlins Park is one of the parks we're using for Prospect League. I'm sure he would have been happy to see that, even though the Marlins are last place CNL East. Did I say that out loud? Oh man, you know you're doing bad when you're doing worse than the Mets. Worse than the Mets. Also, Rob, since you're also here, and I know you're a big fan. You're a big fan. Um, how are the Cowboys going to do this year? So, Martin, after I chose all the stadiums and we were doing our first Prospect League stream of the season, at one point during that stream, the thought crossed my mind, I was like, dang, I should have done Fenway for um probably for the East instead of Tropicana for East. I should have done Fenway. So I do have regrets. I wish I thought of that when I was picking the stadiums. Probably not. Like not to pour cold water. So because OTP does allow this, um, where we zero out, or where there's like a general setting where you basically turn off the run factors, stadium factors, when it comes to the simulation. See, Rob, this is what I want to know. I want to know which star player are the Cowboys going to trade right before the season starts. Um, and for good old Jera, not Jerry, not Jerry, Jera, um, what star player he's going to trade away and then stand there and be like, yeah, this is for the best thing for the team. It's going to bring us more wins. and this man wants to win 6 more Super Bowls before he dies. And he's like 83. Oh no, you know who they might trade away? I don't know if oh gosh. He just had to sign didn't he just sign a franchise tag? The other receiver, whose name is escaping me right now. Um oh man, what's his name? Pickens, thank you. Probably gonna trade him away. Be like, well, our defense is better. Because the dumbass trade I did last season. So now we gotta trade away an offensive player. Oh my goodness. You know, this is well, hang on. Never say never, but never. And if you know which coach said that phrase, and you get a gold star. Um, imagine imagine if something stupid. This is never gonna happen because it's too stupid. Imagine the Cowboys do a trade with the Raiders. Um, they trade Dak Prescott to the Raiders. And in return, they get Fernando, who, by the way, I will go on the record. I'm going to raise my hand to this. I'm going to go on the record. I'm perfectly fine with saying this. I don't think Fernando is going to have a good. like as good of a career as everybody's making him out to be. Like everybody making it sound like he's a saint and like a prodigy and he's gonna do really, really, really good things. And I'm just sitting here like, really? Like, I don't know. I don't think Fernando's gonna do very well. Now, he is not gonna be the worst quarterback the Raiders have drafted. It's going to take a lot to beat a guy like Jamarcus Russell. It's going to take a lot to get to that level. I think Fernandez is going to be average at best. I could be wrong though, because I do give the Raiders credit on one thing: the fact that they signed Kirk Cousins. And you're probably wondering why the heck am I talking about Kirk Cousins? Because the only other quarterback in the NFL that I could think of that is basically like Fernando, not only on the field but off the field, is probably Kirk Cousins. So, I mean, I don't know how good of a teacher or mentor Kirk Cousins is, but I mean, I can't think of anybody else. I mean, imagine if it was Aaron Rodgers um, mentoring Fernando. Oh, the Browns. So in ISFL, one of my teammates in the DSFL, like the minor league version, is a lifelong Browns fan. Love him to death. Really cool guy. He takes the punches. But every so often, I got to remind him that he's a Browns fan. He did have a really really funny joke, which I know Rob gonna understand this one. At least Rob will understand this one. Um, so this guy is like, he's a real Browns fan when he buys a Tim Couch jersey and scratches out the C in couch, so it reads ouch. So every so often, I just in our locker room I just throw in a Tim ouch, or like oh gosh, quarterback for the Giants who honestly looked better only because of Scattaboo. Try try to remember his name. This is a baseball stream. We're talking about football. That's probably why I can't remember names for the life of me. Um, Thank you, Jackson Dart. Jackson Dart might get the Giants out of the slump, especially after they fired. Oh gosh, what's his name? I can't think of any names today. They're a really, 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 really bad coach. Um, Someone gonna beat me to it, but you know who I'm talking about. Um, like Jackson Dart would be an exception to the rule in my opinion. Yeah, still don't remember his name. I could picture it, but I can't remember his name. Doesn't it also start with an S? Fine, I'll Google it. I will Google it. What's funny is the Giants aren't even the worst team in New York, which is really funny. Um, Dayball, thank you. Just as I was getting there. Um, and I forgot who. Oh gosh. Well, okay. Now I really do got to pull it up because I don't remember who replaced him. Oh, that's right. It was Harbaugh. Oh man, I am very curious to see how Harbaugh does with Dart and Scattaboo. Like I'm genuinely intrigued. Um, I would not be surprised if the Giants do a heck of a lot better this year than they did last year. Um, but anybody is better than the Jets. Jets, Jets, Jets. Or as I like to phrase it, just end the season. Um, I also think it's funny. Their head coach, um, who I could picture in my brain, and he was like from the Lions. But he fell asleep. They caught him like full on power nap while the combine was going on. That was pretty funny. Oh, you know what that reminds me? You know what I've had to look up. Speaking of the Jets, I think it was last week or yeah, maybe last week. Russell Wilson was like pondering between signing with the Jets to be a backup, which I don't know why you'd want. I mean, unless you just really want the money, I suppose. But either be a backup with the Jets for 1 year or go do TV. Apparently, people have asked about TV. I don't. I'll be honest, and I'd love y'all's thoughts because I'll be honest. I don't think Russell Wilson be that good for TV. Like maybe as like a studio, like one of those talking heads at the table in the studio that might work. I definitely do not think he's gonna work as an analyst in the booth though. Interesting in what way? Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. I am not a Patriots fan. My team is not even in the AFC, so it just kind of right over my head. Um, no, I was about to say something else too. I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, did Drake May? Did Drake May didn't have a year off, did he? I think they just threw him to the fire too, if I'm not mistaken. Like Drake May is another exception to the rule of throwing a youngster to the fire. Caleb Williams is slowly becoming like an exception to the rule as well. Like Caleb Williams on the Bears had a really good season, got into the playoffs um, last season, and probably would have gotten to the conference championship if DJ Moore didn't do I don't know if it was a brain fart he did on purpose or what, but um like if DJ Moore ran his route, they probably would have won that game and go face the Seahawks in the conference championship. Oh, thank you. That reminds me. I think it's crazy. So Stafford signed his extension, his 1 year extension for 55 million. Crazy. I don't. I mean, a lot of people were very. I feel like more people were surprised that Simpson got drafted in the first round than they were that the Rams did it. I might be misreading that, but because Stafford's not young. I mean, I have no idea like how long he thinks he's gonna if he's gonna do like an Aaron Rodgers or a Brett Favre or a Brady where they play into like their mid 40s. But Stafford definitely up there in age. So I mean, if they feel like he's gonna retire in the next year or two, then drafting Simpson doesn't make it, like it makes some sense. Eh, I'm not a fan of Carson Beck. Although to be fair, the quarterback class this past draft was not very. It was Fernando, and then there was everybody else. It'll be interesting to see who the quarterback who the top quarterback is going to be in college football, which is now less than 100 days away. Now we're in double digits. I think Chambliss won his lawsuit. I think he got another year. Um, I think this upcoming year would be the time where Arch Manning could make a decision on whether or not he's going to be in the pool. I'm trying to think of who else. I think Sayan, quarterback for the Ohio State. He might. I think he's going to be at. Dante Moore. Dante Moore. I beat you to it. Well, there's a little bit of a lag, but what I find so intriguing, first of all, good for Dante Moore. It probably was smarter for him not to be in the draft because that would have meant he would have gone to the Jets. Because I bet you the Jets would have taken him at 2, and I don't blame him. Be like, I don't want to play for the Jets. Um, but what I'm very intrigued by, and I'm only partially intrigued by this because he has Hawaii ties, but Dominic Raiola, he was a quarterback for Nebraska, and he transferred to Oregon, where he's probably going to be the backup the whole season, which I find intriguing. I don't know if he did that transfer thinking that Moore was going to go to the draft and that he would have been the starter. But when Dante Moore did the whole about face, like, nah, I'm going to come back. I would love to have known how Raiola felt because you're not really gonna. I mean, like you have to be a starter in college. I feel like as a quarterback to get looks to be drafted. So I'm very curious to see how that's gonna play out. But with the way college is these days, it feels like you can transfer whenever you want, and it's a wild, wild west, which sucks. Jets, Browns, and I almost want to say the Vikings. Vikings have had. If there was one team that I was like, and I'm not a Vikings fan either, but JJ McCarthy not the answer for Minnesota in my opinion. That he is not the guy. Dude's a freaking glass house. He's fragile. Mendoza's brother went to. He transferred to. I'm trying to remember where he transferred to. Somewhere on the East Coast. I almost want to say Virginia or Virginia Tech, but I'm probably wrong. Georgia Tech. See, I was kind of close. I was in the right conference. I was in the right conference. Oh, no. You know what? You know what trumps all of that? You know what trumps all of that? This is really what I want to know for college football. How in the heck is Chapel Bill gonna do in year 2? And what is his like incredibly young girlfriend? What kind of shenanigans are they gonna get into? I still can't believe like his girlfriend had so many privileges that and I don't know if there was tape of this, but Like literally during a football game while he's coaching. Like I think it was like asking him for like, she asked him for something that was so totally not important in the middle of this game. I don't remember what it was offhand. I'm gonna have to look it up later. But man, um, that's really what I want to know. I want to know because I'll be honest, it was not pretty. That offense was so bad. The defense was okay, but that offense was putrid. Like it was like they couldn't do anything. So I'd be very intrigued to see how year two goes um, for him, and if he'll even survive year two. What I really want, what I'm curious to know is what the buyout is. Like if they fire him, because they gave him a lot of money and it was a long contract. Syracuse has never really been good at football, though. I am sad that Syracuse, when it was oh, I can picture what he looks like. I don't remember his name. Oh, Jim Boeheim. When Jim, like their basketball program, Syracuse, you'd be kind of safe to call him a blue blood in basketball. But ever since Boeheim left, oh boy, it really went downhill. Healer with the win, Blue the loss. Josh Kupu, player of the game. Let's go ahead and do a quick little save-a-roo. Or a double save. Standings. We are officially 2/3 of the way through the regular season, and there's the East, kind of the North, and then there's everybody else. Now there's still a lot of time between now and the end of. I mean, and there's also going to be. We'll probably see some more players create this weekend, because usually another time when people will retire and recreate will be during like after the playoffs during the off-season week. So there's still plenty of time for this to change, and even then, everybody made it to the playoffs already. The regular season only decides seeding. Next stream for us will be tomorrow, not for Prospect League, but tomorrow we have World Series Saturday. Let's go ahead and do that. Not technically. It really also depends on how recruiting goes and what recruiting is up to. Um, but we have World Series Saturday, minor league World Series in the morning/afternoon. And then the nightcap will be the Major League World Series. Will be off on Sunday, doubleheader on Monday, two different streams, or maybe combine them into one. I still don't know yet. Just depends on how many games we got going on and what have you. But from Monday all the way through the following Sunday, PBE stream of some sort every single day. So we still got a lot of content up ahead, especially during off-season week, especially with WBC, World Baseball Classic, happening next week. And yes, Major League Draft Thursday, Minor League Draft Saturday. In other words, not tomorrow Saturday, but the following Saturday. And we're good there. I believe our good friend Franchise Time Machine is streaming right now. Yes, he is. Let's go send you all over to Franchise. Everybody have a good weekend, especially if you're in the U.S. You get a 3-day weekend with Memorial Day on Monday. I know I'll be very busy on Sunday. If you're a motorsport fan, you probably know why. But yeah, let's go ahead, get that raid going. Make sure I don't knock things over on my desk. And we will see you all later.